सनातनाय सूक्ष्माय सुगुणाय सुशान्ताय सम्पूर्णाय सुशीलाय श्रीनिवासाय ते नमः।
पञ्चाननाब्जभवषण्मुखवासवाद्याः त्रैविक्रमादिचरितं विबुधाः स्तुवन्ति भाषापति पठति वासरशुद्धिमारात् शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्. What does this actually mean? The Panchananabja Bhavashanmukhavasavadya is a samasa. It's all combined together into one word. For our understanding, let's separate and understand this. Pancha, we all know is 5. Pancha. Anana means face. Panchanana is 5-faced. Panchanana. Abja, we know is lotus. Abja Bhava, one who stays in the lotus. Shanmukha, 6. Shad is 6, we know. Shanmukha, 6-faced. Vasava, Vasava means Vasu. Vasus, there are 8 Vasus. Vasava means the leader of the Vasus, the chief of the Vasus. Vasava. Adi, Ityadi we say, right? Etc., etc. and others. So here, in one word, what all is mentioned? Pancha, Anana, Abja, Bhava, Shan, Mukha, Vasava, Adi. Panchananabja Bhavashan Mukhavasavadyaha. In Panchanana, the 5-faced. It will be interesting to note, Shiva is referred to as 5-faced deity. He is supposed to be having 5 faces, which are usually represented as Ishana, Rudra, Vamadeva, Agora, and Tatpurusha. Each of this is responsible for one of the role, the facets of Rudra. Abja Bhava, Abja is lotus. Abja Bhava is the person who resides in the lotus, or the lotus born, the 4-faced Brahma. So first the 5-faced Shiva, then the 4-faced Brahma, Abja Bhava. Though we know that the Chaturmukha Brahma creates everything in this world, he is created by Bhagavan. You know, that is a information that is passed here. So he is sitting on lotus, and the lotus comes from Bhagavan. So he is considered as the son of Bhagavan. So Brahma comes to worship Chaturmukha. So Abja Bhava, the lotus born, who is the creator of the world. So he is not independent of Bhagavan. He is still, on the lotus, which is created by Bhagavan. And that is supposed to be the topmost of the worlds. The Brahmaloka is the topmost of the world. Then Shanmukha, look how beautifully the numbers are coming here, right? So first it was the Panchamukha, then the 4-faced Brahma, now the Shanmukha, 6-faced Shanmukha. Again, the very next word is also amazing. Vasavaha. Indra is not called as Indra. He is called as Vasava. Why? Because there are 8 Vasus. Again, a number. So, Vasava, there are 8 Vasus. These are the deities of the material things that we see here, material elements. So, the Panchabhutas are there first. The Dyaus, or the sky, Prithvi, Bhumi, Vayu, Akasha, Agni. In addition to that, the Nakshatra, Surya, Chandra. So all these together contribute the 8 Vasus. And the chief of the 8 Vasus is considered as Indra. And Indra has 1,000 eyes. The Tirupati Devasthanam for this sloka has beautifully mentioned the Panchanana. The reason for mentioning Panchanana is because usually when we look at a deity, we are overwhelmed by the beauty of that. In fact, in many poetry, we will see Kana Kankodi Venme, crores of eyes are required to admire this deity. When we go to Tirumala, we don't feel like coming out of the place, right? We want to have a darshan, but Jaragandi, we are actually pushed out. We are not able to really, see him sufficiently to our heart's content most of the times. So here, the author says, Panchanana, one face is not sufficient. He has 3 eyes. Even then, it is not sufficient. So it seems Rudra comes with all his 5 faces to get the maximum out of the beauty of Bhagavan. Similarly, the Chaturmukha Brahma comes with all his 4 faces to admire Bhagavan's beauty. And what about Indra? I have 1,000 faces. So in every possible angle, I'm going to admire Bhagavan. In addition to this, the roles of each of these deities are brought, and it is said that for each of the role, they actually offer it as a offering to Bhagavan. This is something very important that we have to understand. Each of us have different roles that we perform in our life. Whatever be our role in life, we should offer it as our worship to Bhagavan. Whatever we do, if we are eating, that food is an offering to the Antaryami Bhagavan. That is what our scriptures say. If we are talking, that is a Vank Yajna, that is a Yajna that we are offering. So whatever we perform is an act towards God. It's an offering towards God. At this point of time, all of them have gathered there. So what do? When great people come together, they speak about the Leelas of Bhagavan, right? So what is the Leela which connects this Loka to the Loka all the way to Brahma? The Trivikrama avatara of Bhagavan. Trivikramadi Charitam. Trivikrama avatara is there, no? Bhagavan's Trivikrama avatara, Vamana avatara, Trivikrama Adi, Ityadi again. Charitam. Charitam are the deeds, Leelas, stories. Vibudaha. Vibudaha, wise men, learned people. Vibudaha. Stuvanti. They are exalling, they are praising. Because he measured the entire Loka till the Brahma Loka. In fact, it is told in the scriptures that when he measured it, he actually punctured the Satyaloka, it seems. And the water from there gushed out, which is Ganga. So with 1 feet, he measured all the 7 lokas above. So they are explaining what great deeds Bhagavan did. And Trivikrama Avatara is one place where there was no destroying of anybody. Even Bali Chakravarti was blessed, right? He was made as the ruler of Patala Loka. We call him Trivikrama, 3 feet. He measured the worlds in 3 feet. But he didn't need 3 feet. With 1 feet, he measured all the worlds above. With the other feet, he measured all the worlds below. But then he had no place for the 3rd feet. So he's asking Bali Chakravarti, what do I do for the 3rd one? You gave your word. What do I do? Now, Bali Chakravarti says, okay, please keep your feet on my head. But when he measured all the worlds, is Bali Chakravarti not part of that? So he's already a subset, right? How can that be accommodated? So instead of denying him the happiness of having offered, Bhagavan says, okay, I will take it. So only with 2 feet he measured it. The 3rd feet had no place. In spite of it, he accommodated Bali Chakravarti's request. So that is how it is explained. So Trivikramadi Charitam, such greatness is discussed by them. So here again a number, Trivikramadi Charitam. Vibudaha. Vibudaha means the learned people, the scholars. It is not just ordinary people discussing some small thing. So the most learned people, the gods are coming and discussing this at Tirumala. Vibudaha Stuvanti. So they say, great praises about Bhagavan. At that point of time, a very interesting event happens. All these are, parallelly happening. Bhashapati Patati Vasara Shuddhimara. Whenever we have a great respect to a person, especially to Acharya kind of people, we are supposed to maintain a distance when we stand. Similarly, when we go to temple, a physical distance is maintained like that. Now here, Arat is a distance. From a distance, what happens? Bhashapatihi. Bhashapatihi here stands for Brihaspati. Brihaspati is the guru of all the devas. As a planet, we identify it as a Jupiter planet. So Brihaspati is known as Bhashapati here because he is supposed to be an embodiment of wisdom. He should be the teacher of the devas. Think about it. He is the guru of devas. So what kind of knowledge he should have? Guru also means big. So Brihat means big, right? This is the biggest planet. Look at the knowledge of our ancestors. Sitting here, they could identify that Brihaspati is the big planet. They named it accordingly. So Brihaspati, so Bhashapati, he is a epitome of eloquence, wisdom. He is filled with knowledge. So Brihaspati is, very important for our eloquence. Therefore, here he is referred to as Bhashapati. What does he do? Patati Vasara Shuddhi. This can be interpreted in two ways again. Venkateshwara is there. All the deities have come there. The presence of Venkateshwara itself sanctifies the day. Therefore, Brihaspati is pronouncing that. Okay, Venkateshwara is there. Everybody is there. So today is an auspicious day. So Punya Vachakam they call this. So this is like the day is declared auspicious because of this. Another way, in fact, the more common interpretation for this is that Brihaspati is coming and reading certain things in front of Bhagavan. Patati. Kim Patati. Here, it has been a practice. All the kings will be there and the Prohit, a learned person, will come there and he will read the Panchangam of the day in front of the king. He will read, the 5 different angas of the Panchangam usually. So that will include the 5 angas, the Tithi, the Nakshatra, the Vasara, the Yoga and the Karana. Depending on that, they will decide, okay, this day is good for these things. It's not the right time for doing certain activities and all that. And they will decide the course of their action for that particular day. So it is a practice to read it. Now, our Venkateshwara is Rajadi Raja. Therefore, the best of the Prohits, the guru of the Devas, comes and reads the Panchangam in front of Bhagavan itself. What a way to admire this. So, Bhashapatihi, the Lord of speech and eloquence, Patati, he comes and read it. What does he read? Vasara Shuddhi Maharat. He comes and reads about, the Panchanga in front of him and he solemnizes the day. Because of that, the day becomes Shuddhi by standing at a distance, Arat. So, all this is attributed to whom? Sheshadri Shekhara Vibho, to that Bhagavan who is standing on top of the mountain. The mountain itself is in the form of Adishesha, having taken the form of this hill. Vibho, the omnipresent Lord, omnipotent Lord. Tava Suprabhatam. May this bring auspiciousness to you.
पञ्चाननाब्जभवषण्मुखवासवाद्याः त्रैविक्रमादिचरितं विबुधास्तुवन्ति भाषापतिः पठति वासरशुद्धिमारात् शेषाद्रिशेखरविभो तव सुप्रभातम्
कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैः बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि.